Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. We were going through the process of meditation, turning inward, taking up the inward journey to the eternal, to transcend the nature and go beyond, detaching ourselves from the all external bonds. We dive within, cross the Annamaya, bodily existence, Pranamaya, the energy level, Manomaya, the mental sheath, and enter into the Vijnanamaya kosha. By entering into Vijnanamaya kosha, first time we see the light of consciousness, Chaitanya, and identification. My identity changes forever from the bodily existence to my jivatmic existence. When I come down after entering, I will be totally independent of the body, as if I am sitting in a car. So much separation from the bodily existence. I never again identify with the body. In and through all the activities of life, I will continue to be the self. I-ness will shift from the body to something else, and mindness will remain in the body. That it will be quite intense mindness. Body is mine. All the year, through years, through lives, I was telling myself to the body, now no more. From Jiva Bhava, Deva Bhava, Deha Bhava, I enter into Jiva Bhava. From the bodily existence to the scholastic existence, transmigratory being, the part which came from the previous body to this body and going to the next body. That I am, that understanding, that realization we get after entering into Vijnanamaya kosha. Entering into Vijnanamaya kosha itself is spiritual awakening. It is spiritual awakening. In Bhakti schools we say the blooming of the lotus of the heart. Whatever we mean, we are transcending first time the bodily existence. We are at the gross level bodily existence. We have to cross many more layers, 2 more layers actually. After Vijnanamaya kosha itself I have to transcend, and Anandamaya kosha. Another thing, with the entering into Vijnanamaya kosha, we are having the vision of our Ishtadevata in the personal form I was loving all these years. This identity, that what am I in this body, bodily existence, that I, identification with that I, as this leads me to a higher awareness and understanding of myself being partially spiritual. At the same time, I am having all activities of the world, and I am free from most of the karmic load. My actions do not bind me. Suppose I do some act, good or bad, it doesn't bind me, because to the extent I am not body. To the extent mind body, it will bind me. Now, I do something that now I have a child or I have a car. I am not the child or car, but it is my child, my car. I have this attachment with the child and car to that extent, whatever karma I do, it binds me. The mindness will do this, some amount of karma. I am body has gone away. So every action do not bind me. Whatever body does, bodily actions do not bind me. But mindness with mindness body, suppose this body is mine, I want to preserve this body. Not I am doing for myself for the sake of body. If my awareness anytime slips away that body belongs to God and I have to protect it, it is God's property. If I miss, and by chance I take it, this body to be my body and do some acts, it will bind me. Now I may take somebody's, now I am hungry. I may take away somebody's food and eat to preserve this body. My body, it may bind. But I go and serve someone, hit someone for some reason. My body is doing, it will not bind me. I may love someone, I may kill someone, it may not bind me. But with the idea that my body, whatever I do, it may bind me. So the karmic limitations also extend to a large extent after having the vision of God within. I am told mostly free from almost all karmas. And every spiritual practice that I do, even japa or dhyana, immediately gives the results for me to escalate with great effort. I was doing little sadhana, doing little japa or this, that, without any progress, without any result, immediate result. Years I have to struggle to keep one step and know that I have kept one step. Now it is not there. After spiritual awakening, because my awareness has changed, I am no more body. So mostly I am spiritual entity like doing the sadhana. It was my body with all limitations and bonds, with likes and dislikes, I was working. Now it is no more that. I have become totally independent of the body. And I become, the third thing is, I become the witness of my dream state. Now I am, to some extent alone, I am the witness of waking state. Everything I cannot know, I cannot be a witness. Whatever is visible and perceivable by five senses, I am witness. Here so many bacteria may be there, I am not witnessing. What is happening at that level, I do not know. Though they are gross beings. My eyes may not perceive, but some instruments can perceive it. But I am not witness of those things. I am not witness of the subtle world. I am not aware of the cosmic world. Only Virat also, far off I cannot know. What is beyond galaxies? What are there? I am not witness. To a small extent I am witness of things in waking state. I am not witness of the dream state also. Now, after spiritual awakening, I become the witness of the dream state also. And my understanding of the universe expands to a different dimension. What God pervades the whole universe. The pervasion aspect of God, the world, the understanding of the world changes. Each person, when we see after spiritual awakening, we see with the consciousness, with Chaitanya. It is like the difference between a bulb when it is off and when the bulb when it is on. When it is on, I see the light and bulb. When it is off, I see only bulb. I see, as long as I am not spiritually awakened, as long as I am body, I see only bodies and experience the bodily sukha dukkha alone. When I spiritually awakened, when I enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha and my awareness has entirely changed, I no more see the bodies. Body with Chaitanya, it is lighted. Consciousness also will be seeing. Consciousness, Chaitanya, Chaitanya which is invisible till then becomes visible. I get a new eye, new understanding of seeing the Chaitanya. It may be dull, it may be, but everything is lighted. Now, one may look like 10 volts or 10 volts bulb, another may look some other 20 volts bulb or watts if you take 15 watts, 40 watts, 60 watts, different illumination because of the transparency they have from within. All are same Chaitanya, but bodily limitations create. Some are able to, more transparent they are, more light comes out. Less transparent they are, less light comes out. So we'll be seeing both Chaitanya and this one. Our whole worldview changes. Every object is dully illuminated by the Chaitanya because we are seeing the Ishvara part also pervading the universe. It will be like, till now the world was looking like pitch dark night. Now, after the spiritual awakening, you may not be able to see sunlight fully, but it will be like dawn. You can know every object. You will know every object to be the God manifesting. God is absorbed. God is pervading. A proof you get after Atmajnana self. Atmajnana, you will see everything divine, totally illumined by consciousness. Now, after entering into Vijnanamaya Kosha, you start seeing like till then, till dawn, it is dark night. You cannot see the tree, man moving and all. When it is dawn, when the dim light starts coming out, you can see the man walking. You can see the trees. This visibility of Chaitanya at the gross level becomes possible. Till then you will not be knowing what God is. Now a little understanding of God. It is imperishable aspect of world. Avivaktam vibhakteshu. The which is not divided, but seamless existence pervading this existence. All beings and everything is pervaded by that Chaitanya, universal consciousness, the Ishvara. This vision you start getting, and this remains. You are moving about, you are taking bath, at all times you will be seeing it is like a dawn in the spiritual sense. The normal day and all you will be seeing, but you will be seeing the light of consciousness also. This is one of the important transformations that we undergo. And the bodily identity almost gets lost. And as you go on visiting the Ishtadevata, maybe 3-4 times a year, you might get daily struggling and practicing. You may get the vision, you may be able to enter inside 3 or 4 times a year. And that a year or two after that, you will see you have no connection with the physical body. Physical body, whether it is alive or dead, it is immaterial. What happens is actually the Brahma Granthi breaks. The Chaitanya, I have a Chaitanic existence. The bond between the Chaitanic existence, the spiritual existence, and physical body is called Brahma Granthi. I have subtle body. I have got three bodies: gross body, subtle body, causal body. I always give the example of hardware, software, and hard disk or memory unit. We have three. We are pertaining to waking state, dreaming state, and deep sleep. Beyond that is my spiritual existence. Nature makes me totally different, totally separated from the bodily existence every day. You are not this body. This world it doesn't, nothing belongs to you in this world. It takes you to the, separates from the mind also, and takes you to deep sleep where nothing exists of this universe. Totally, you are alone. And what you are, you do not know. You expand into the universal consciousness and enjoy bliss. Because mind is not there, you cannot perceive or record. Every day you are going and coming back, waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Which are you going to treat as real? What is real? What is reality? So, here the bond between the gross body and your Chaitanic existence is Brahma Granthi, subtle body and the Chaitanic existence is Vishnu Granthi, and your causal body and your real spiritual existence is Rudra Granthi. Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, Rudra Granthi. Now, with the vision of God getting established, becoming firm, that any time I can go to my Lord and meet Him, that understanding, that freedom to go, the easiness, sahajata, it must become sahaja. So when you acquire that to meet God in as your Ishtadevata, to go and meet freely the ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute, the way is clear. At that time you will see that the Brahma Granthi breaks off. You will not be again identifying in any way with the body. A little mindness will remain, mindness, because you have yet to go to the real self. The Atma Jnana has to be attained. You have to cross two more sheets to reach that eternal being, myself. So free from all bonds of world, free from all the limitations that I have created upon myself. Nobody created. I created all the limitations that I have got by identifying with this body and doing all the karmas, lives after lives. Each one has to work out his own karma. Whatever we do, that's why extremely most important part is vak, speech. Speech is one of the karmendriyas. How free, easily we speak, how we hurt others. I alone have to work it out. Nobody will be there. All my actions from the birth, what all I have done, everything I have to alone work it out again. And this bodily existence continues till all this come to zero level. And it can be accomplished as fast as possible. One life is sufficient to transcend all this if we can dedicate wholeheartedly without wasting a single moment to be in the divine awareness and struggle to transcend all limitations and go beyond. So this is how we now, when we go enter into the Vijnanamaya Kosha, we get the vision of God. And yesterday we saw, when we go, we develop the Prema Sharira, love body. Just like we get dream body in the dream, waking state, this body we get and identify and move about, we will get the prema sharira, love body in the samadhi sthiti. When we go inward in meditation, our consciousness expands. When we go into sleep, the same route is same. Our consciousness contracts to zero and expands. Here it goes on in meditation, it goes on expanding. Consciousness goes on expanding. So in Vijnanamaya Kosha, you have so much vastness. And you are unaware of the external body and external world, of course. Body itself you will not know in Samadhi Sthiti. There you get Prema Sharira and to interact with God. When God does the Prana Pratishtha in earth, I can freely move about. I have the energy. And God is made up of Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, Chidghana Kai. I am having the Prema Sharira. He is having the Chaitanya Sharira. So we interact. As the many, perhaps a few years may pass in this interaction with God, the communion with God, going and we slowly, the intimacy with God starts growing to the limitless level, that I want to become one with even this bodily limitations seems to be, even this Prema Sharira, which doesn't have any awareness or the things of the world. There is nothing of this world. Even gender awareness is not there. Nothing is there. Pure Chaitanya, ocean of bliss, Ananda Swarupa. Still, I am the same material. I feel I am a river and God is an ocean. I want to become one with. I am rushing towards the river. As it goes closer and closer to the ocean, its speed increases. It starts gushing out into the river, into the ocean, to become one with the ocean. It loses its name and form, and nama rupe vihaya. It becomes one with the ocean. Like that, we are expanding this struggle to be one with God. We start losing our bodily existence. God starts losing his form. I start losing my form. And we start becoming Ekarasa, moving towards the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. From Savikalpa Samadhi, we are entering into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Just like two ice dolls are kept in the sunshine, slowly its form starts dissolving and they become one homogeneous, seamless existence. Like that, the Jiva and Ishvara, they both lose their form, formless. Actually, when we consider the chakra wise, we are crossing the Vishuddha chakra. In Anahata, we get the vision of God. We will be having the personal God with the Rupa. And as we go higher and higher levels of consciousness, here the form starts dissolving. Once the form starts dissolving, then no more fall from that level. Sri Ramakrishna says in the same Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, later on we get that he never again falls into the world. Worldliness, nothing can bind him or touch him, stain him in any way. Once the form starts dissolving, he has to experience the joy and be the Chaitanya Swarupa when it comes down to the Vyuttana sthiti of identifying with the body also, is pure Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya. Now from Deha Buddhi, we go to the Jiva Buddhi. Then Atma Buddhi. Atma Buddhi, there is no limitations, any more limitations. Now, from Deha Bhava, we went to Jiva Bhava, and when we are slowly merging in God, becoming Ekarasa, both are dissolving in their form, we are moving towards the Anandamaya Kosha. We are crossing the form dissolving is entering into the Anandamaya Kosha. We are leaving the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Duality ends there. Non-dual experiences begin with the Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is the Satchidananda. It is being experienced externally. Like I am experiencing sun here with the sunshine. Sun is reaching me as sunshine. Like that. If I open the refrigerator, the cool air that I get inside, from the inside, that coolness is touching me. When I sit before the fire warmth is touching me. Similarly, Ananda, my real Atmahood, it is reaching me in the Anandamaya Kosha. The bliss, peace, love, absolute is touching me in the depths of my own being, where I have lost all the form, all limitations, all dualities. Non-dual I am becoming, non-dual existence. So this is, I am entering into Nirvikalpa. Here, most of the sadhakas, excess of bliss is so much that they don't want to come back from that state to the normal state of consciousness. They slowly dissolve and become one with the absolute Satchidananda Sagara. They dissolve forever. Body dries up slowly, remaining for 21 days alive, and it enters into the... But most of the jivas, they want to experience and come back. They want to touch the Satchidananda Sagara and come back. Some want to see and come back. Nobody wants to dissolve, go in like salt doll entering into ocean to see its depth, dissolves forever. Like that, in the Satchidananda Sagara, in God, it dissolves forever. This is the aspect of Sayujya in the Bhakti school. Sayujya, Sarupya, the 4 types of Salokya, Samipya. So these are the 4 types of... Sayujya is becoming one with the Lord eternally. You can live in the same loka as Lord. Salokya. To live close to God, it is Samipya. And Sarupya, to take his form and be like him. Sarupya. And Sayujya, to become dissolved him. If you want to dissolve and become one with God, I don't want to keep my separateness. 2 lovers cannot remain separate for long. They want to become one, never to part from each other. So the struggle to become one is the most important. The real prema and priti are different. Bhakti and prema is different. In prema, I dissolve in my lover. Whom I love, I dissolve myself. I retain my identity to love, to serve. I want to serve God. I want to love and serve God. That love is priti. I retain my identity to love Him, to serve Him. When the service part is more important, we call it bhakti. I retain my identity. I don't want to retain identity. I attain Sayuja to become one with Him. So this is slowly how we enter from the Savikalpa to Nirvikalpa. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.